Have you ever found yourself creating a vision or wishing for something, but then quickly reining it in because you think, maybe I don't need that much, maybe it's not realistic, maybe it's being greedy? If so, you're definitely not alone, but it can be limiting some of the possibilities that are out there in front of you. So today I'm going to share with you a story and a powerful but very simple technique you can use to make your manifestation stay expansive rather than being contracted and limited. And we're going to be doing this practice together. If you're someone that likes to journal, then grab a pen and paper. Otherwise, you can do it as a contemplation. So let's get into it. The story I'm going to share with you today, I first heard from Marcela Lobos, an incredible medicine woman. And it actually comes from Indian folklore. And it's about a family who were starving. And they were praying and praying to Shiva to please come and alleviate their suffering. And Shiva heard this prayer, went to the family and offered to grant them a wish. And they said they would like to have a cart of bread. And Shiva grants the wish, they have the bread, and they're able to eat for about a week. Then Shiva moves on, and he hears another prayer, and this time it's the prayer of a blind man. And again, Shiva offers the blind man a wish. And the blind man says, I would like to see my great-grandchildren eating a grand feast from a silver platter. And in this one wish, the blind man has called in an extraordinary amount of abundance. First of all, he gets his sight back because he said he wanted to see his great-grandchildren. So this is the first miracle. Then, of course, he's called in tons of abundance because they're eating the feast from a silver platter. So there's wealth. He's also called in love, enough love for him to be in a happy relationship, to have children and then grandchildren and then great-grandchildren. He's called himself in a long life. You know, he's looking back over the scene as a great-grandfather. And the point of the story is that instead of only asking for his immediate needs to be met, this person has called in a big, big vision that covers so many dimensions of abundance: wealth, relationships, health, sight, connection, celebration, community, family. And when I heard this story, it did stop me in my tracks because I realized that I was doing what the first family were doing. Sometimes I was asking for just enough, like just enough to make sure I felt safe, basically. And that was actually limiting me, and that I could expand my vision to call in much, much more. And when I did that, I really felt this huge energetic shift because it kind of unlocked a flow of abundance that felt very, very different from when I was setting intentions that would sort of cover the basics. Now, I'm not diminishing the need to have our basic needs met. Of course, that's very, very important. But actually, when you expand the vision, you're naturally going to call that more pragmatic side in anyway. So it's kind of win-win when you go a bit bigger. So what I found when I got this more expansive, inclusive way of visioning kind of down, things just flowed a lot more, and I was more open to receiving different forms of abundance from lots of different sources and enjoying what I was receiving as I was receiving it. So out of this process, I've developed a technique which I call making a compound intention. So a compound intention is one that covers lots of different bases all in one beautiful, succinct vision. It's like the blind man's wish. It covers health, love, relationships, money, all the things that we want to create more of in our lives. Creating these compound intentions is something I love to do with clients, especially if they're trying to sharpen their sense of vision. So if you're interested in working on something like this with me one-to-one, then check the description below where I will share a link about my one-to-one coaching. But for now, think about this with me. Instead of an intention like, I need my business to make 5K this month to cover all the basics. Here is a compound intention that I created recently. I dance in my sunlit garden with a devoted team celebrating 1,000 heartfelt testimonials from people whose lives have been transformed. So it's one intention, but there are multiple blessings baked into that. First of all, physical health. We're dancing in the garden. And then, of course, the environment's lovely. It's warm, it's sunny. I have my own beautiful garden. There's a devoted team. Really important for me moving forward as a businesswoman. I want to be connected. I want to be collaborating, working with people who are aligned and on a mission. And they're dancing and they're happy and they're celebrating too. So there's a connection and relationship within this vision as well. We're celebrating, there is success, there's gratitude, there's like significant markers of our success. And then of course, there's the testimonials, there's evidence that we're making a huge impact in the world, that the things that we're doing that we're in love with are having this ripple effect. So implied in this compound intention are so many dimensions of abundance, and when I tune into the vision and feel the emotional energy around it, I get very, very motivated. I feel like there's something tangible and yet intangible that I can connect to as my North Star, and it feels very, very inspiring working towards this and calling in. And it's also very comforting if there's a moment of difficulty, if the results in the external reality aren't feeling that they're going as fast as I'd like, I can tune back into my vision and I know it's coming because I can feel it. It's so powerful. One thing to say is that how you calibrate what feels expansive is very personal to you. I've heard people say, and this is my own experience as well, sometimes if they make a goal too big, like I want to create $5 million this year, it can actually shut them down because it's too far out. On the other hand, if it's too low, it can be limiting, as I've been saying in this video. So you explore and experiment and find a number or a health goal or a relationship goal or whatever it is that really feels a bit stretchy, but also sort of right for you and right for your nervous system, right for the ways in which you love to be inspired. So be guided by your own intuition, play with it, and know that everybody's different. This is not really a one size fits all kind of a game that we're playing when we're doing manifestation work and when we're calling in abundance. So let's explore what your compound intention could be. I'm going to walk you through a bit of a step-by-step process for this. And if you're a journaling kind of a person and you want to write what comes through to you while we do this, by all means, grab a pen and paper and do it that way. If you prefer to let my words just wash over you and receive information in your mind's eye or in your body, then that's fine as well. You can do it as a kind of meditation or contemplation. So let's do this from a nice grounded place. If you find a way to kind of settle yourself in your body in the present, let's take some nice deep breaths together. Inhaling that cleansing air and exhaling, releasing. As we breathe, we're just allowing ourselves to drop out of the mind and starting to trust those different ways of knowing that we have more access to than we sometimes give ourselves credit for. You might want to also just close your eyes for a moment, turn your attention inwards, let yourself feel your body, your feet, your hands relaxing. As your hands relax more and more, so your mind also calms and you come into presence. Placing your awareness in the heart. This energy center is designed to receive the truth. And your hands are an extension of the heart. So you receive my words in the heart. You receive your insights into the heart. And if you're writing, you write from the heart, letting it energy from there flow through your arm into your hand and out onto the page. So let's start with your current goal. This is the survival ask. Just explore, what am I currently asking for? What is something that you've been hoping will keep you safe and just get you enough, but not more? And now let yourself consider, am I thinking big enough? Have you been giving yourself permission to be expansive? And if there is a sense that the answer is no, that you've been limiting yourself, we don't need to figure out why. We just need to ask, can I let go of whatever's been blocking me? Can I find some more space to release any old patterns and beliefs and give myself that permission to expand? And now explore, how can I expand this wish, this vision, so that it benefits not only me, but my friends, my family, and the world. Let yourself play with this. Let yourself feel excited and let it come to you. You don't need to chase this. You might want to do this process a few times. So be open. Let the feelings and the vision form in its own way. And now picture that it's 3 years from now and you've been living inside this compound intention every single day, and explore what's changed in your relationships, in your bank account, in your health. How different do you feel? And let yourself hold this vision for a few moments. It's the high vibration emotions that magnetize our visions towards us. And as we come to the end of this practice, you can gently come back into the body, taking some nice deeper breaths, feeling yourself present and alert, grounded and inspired by your new vision. And if you feel called to share this expanded vision in the comments, please do. It's so powerful when we can witness each other, and I would love to honour what you've created today. So do share if you feel compelled to do so. And you know, if you're going to take one thing away from this video, please let it be this: don't let yourself be limited by the necessities. We respect and we honour that they're important, but then we move outwards into the expansion so that we can be really, really inspired and create a North Star for ourselves that feels energetically exciting, expansive, that covers all these different bases, so we get so much more out of it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking part. If you want to watch something that's about how to receive more abundance with ease, then check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.